Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Bill Jones. Bill Jones was an all-state performer at Marshall County High School from 1958 to 62. Here the coach is with his high school coach Tom Ritchie at Ritchie's induction into the DeKalb County Hall of Fame. Bill Jones earned all-state and all-region honors at Snead State, where he was coached by Charter Hall of Famer Emmett Plunkett. In 1961-62, he received the Moody Trophy given to the best all-round male athlete. Bill Jones signed a baseball contract with the Pittsburgh Pirates, playing in the Bucks organization for 1 season. He served as the head basketball coach at the University of North Alabama, compiling a 27-17 record, and Jacksonville State University with a 449-196 record. Perhaps his defining year of coaching came during the 1984-85 season. His team lost its first game of the season, then reeled off 31 consecutive wins to take the NCAA Division II National Championship. And for that, he was chosen the 1985 Kodak National Coach of the Year. Here is Dick Vitale of ESPN TV.
He wants the ball at clutch time, number 4, Melvin Allen. They get the timeout with 40 seconds left in the game. Jacksonville State has battled back from a 5-point deficit. As Dick mentioned, a minute and 20 seconds ago, they were down by 5. They're now up by 1. Pressure defense. The key for South Dakota State. The Jackrabbits couldn't even get the ball in bounds a couple times. They've really had trouble entering the basketball, and that's been their major problem. They can't get the ball on the floor smoothly, and the quickness and the aggressiveness really reflecting the style of their coach, Bill Jones, who certainly has demonstrated he's a fighter and scrapper, and his players are playing the same way. They have no awareness for the clock, John. They have no awareness for the clock. They have no awareness for the clock. Jacksonville, there's a foul. 2 seconds left. All kinds of high fives. They're celebrating. They're dancing in Jacksonville, Alabama. Look at Bill Jones. He's saying, just be calm. It's only a game. Be calm, guys. But it's just here have earned it, though. But it's been a great game. Division II championship. Had some drama. 30-game win streak on the line. Mr. Jones, you can celebrate. Relax. James Hobbs, the assistant coach. They're calm. The coaches are calm. Schultz will score at the buzzer, but they're 1 point short. The final. Jacksonville State from Alabama, champions of the NCAA Division II for 1985, 74-73 over San Diego State. Enjoy the celebration. We'll be back to wrap it up right after this.
Well, when Bill Jones took over his alma mater, Jack State, in 1974, basketball at all college levels was simpler and less revenue-driven. 24 years later, Bill Jones says farewell to college coaching after almost 500 wins, a Division II national title, and the nagging inability to win the way he's accustomed to in money-mad Division I. Bill Jones, honored before his farewell game tonight against Georgia State in Jacksonville. Bill Jones, first class all the way. Bill Jones gave his heart and most of his adult life to JSU. Many of Bill's players, some almost his age, lining up to congratulate him pregame. Then he got down to business, the chance to beat Lefty Driesell and set the school Division I record for wins in a season. Jay Knowlton and the other seniors pulled him through.
We've had some great fans over the years here at Jacksonville State, and I think they showed their true red and white colors tonight. And I certainly would be amiss if I didn't tell everybody how much I appreciate them coming out for this game.
One of Bill Jones' former basketball standouts, Keith McKellar, played tight end for the NFL Buffalo Bills, appearing in 3 Super Bowls. In 1992, Jones was selected to the Jacksonville State University Athletic Hall of Fame, where he was inducted by his former coach and fellow Hall member Tom Robertson. Under Robertson, Jones ignited Jacksonville State's basketball team to a pair of Alabama Collegiate Conference titles, averaging 18.1 and 17.2 points respectively during his 2-year career. He once set a school mark by connecting on 31 consecutive free throw attempts. Jones received yet another honor when he was inducted into the Alabama chapter of the American Softball Association's Hall of Fame. Jones, who is a career .780 hitter in his hobby, was the first slow-pitch player to ever be inducted into the Softball Hall of Fame. And here's Bill with Randy Owen at a June Jam celebrity softball game. Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Bill Jones.
Well, by now I know what you're all saying. Who was that guy in those pictures, and who is that guy standing up there now? But I want to thank the committee. I know you had a really tough job. There's some great athletes, great coaches that have been in Marshall County, and I'm extremely honored and humbled to be mentioned in that select group. I'd like to congratulate the other people that have been inducted in this initial Hall of Fame, and I'm sure that we all pledge ourselves, as mentioned before, that we'll try to do everything we can for future inductees. I do want you to know that there are many, many people that are standing up here with me. As I stand here, there's a lot of people that I'd like to thank, and I'd like for you to envision those people up here with me as I mention them. My wife is here tonight, Sue. I think she's in the back there, but Sue has been the wind beneath my wings for many years. At times when I needed picking up, she was always there with the right words. And when I needed to bring it down some, the night after that national championship, when we got back home the next morning, my wife mentioned those fatal words, the garbage needs taken out. So for those people that have great wives, coaches know what that means. I'd like to thank Philip Colley, a great coach and a great friend, for nominating me for this award, and I'm sure it took a lot of money for him to be able to get me in this group, but I do appreciate that, Philip, wherever you are. And my two daughters are here, lovely daughters, and intelligent and pretty, and Jennifer and Ashley, they're both here. It's tough on kids when you're growing up in groups where your dad's the coach and you have to sit in the stands with those kids and go to class with them and walk the halls. It's tough having to do that, and I appreciate that. My parents are up here with me. They've passed on now, but I learned lessons of life from them and how to be competitive. My sister Winona is sick today and couldn't be here, but I appreciate her also. She was 2 years ahead of me and blazed a trail academically. And when I got to Jacksonville State, I took an English class right off the bat, and my sister had been there earlier. And as I sat down, the teacher said, "Oh, Bill Jones from Gunnersville, you must be, are you Winona's brother?" Well, being the quick thinker that I was, I knew she went through Jacksonville State with a 4-point average, so I immediately said, "No, I don't know the girl." But Winona did a lot to help me through life and blaze trails for me, and I appreciate that. My coaches through high school and through college, I certainly want to thank them. Coach Ritchie and his wife Frida are in the audience, and I really appreciate you coming out tonight. And he used the broom on us many times in practice, and he taught us a lot of things. And Coach Lee in baseball, the same. And Coach Plunkett, who's being inducted, was the guy who gave me an opportunity to break into coaching. Coach Ritchie is the one who inspired me to be a coach. And Coach Robinson at Jacksonville State is somebody that I'll always remember as a father figure for me. I'd also like to thank the players, teammates that played with me, and the players that played for me. I learned my first year in coaching that I was a much, much better coach, much smarter, much more knowledgeable about the game if I had really terrific players. And that carried me through. That's what I try to do, is recruit players that made me look like a good coach. Great writer Robert Hillier once said that if one does the best that they can all the time, they should have no fear of failure. And I believe that to be true. Those of you who know me and know me well know that sometimes I did the best that I could all the time, even sacrificing my family and other things. I added one ingredient into that. I've always had a great fear of failure. And because of those factors, I stand here with all these people that made me. I did not get to this podium by myself, and I do appreciate the fact that they were all in my life. It's great to be recognized by such a formidable group and be among such great athletes. You didn't recognize the little guy in the picture next to Don Fuel. That was me. I was a manager in the 7th grade. What a great player he was. And for all of you others, such memories in my mind. I appreciate the fact that I'm standing here with you. Thanks, Bill.